Today's Wednesday, December 18th, 2024. We had FOMC at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, had one of the largest range drops I've seen in a while, 800 pips or so. And so we have this is the weekly time frame on Nasdaq. When it dropped, it reached into this weekly fair value gap level in line with the weekly order block. And then on the daily time frame, I don't have this level marked up, but just keep in mind it's roughly around here. This daily fair value gap level with the middle of it, the white dotted line, is what I'm referencing in the lower time frame. So that's what's going to be important. But that's pretty much the drop that we saw today. And then on the 1 hour time frame, it took out the sell side liquidity from the past like 2, 3 weeks. So this is the retail trend line. It took it out, all the liquidity that was just decimated. And then again, the pink line is the weekly fair value gap level that we reached for. Boom. And then 1 hour time frame again, I feel like I think I did mention in a previous video, this thick gray line or gray box is this shows the weekend, Sunday's trading day, and then these vertical ones are every trading day. So this is Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's what it looked like where we have a 1 hour fair value gap. This dotted line, light blue, is yesterday's first presented fair value gap. This is Monday's first presented fair value gap, and this is today's first presented fair value gap. I feel like you're watching this video, you don't know pretty much what that means. So ICT was teaching it in some of his videos throughout his lectures, and these are some of the PDA arrays that I use that's really important to me. So 5 minute time frame, we have a 5 minute fair value gap that we digged into, institutional order flow entry drill. This order block was being respected to 50% of it. And then here as well, this order block was being respected to 50% of it, and then displacement, same thing here. 50% of this order block was being respected and displacement as well. 15-minute time frame, how I mentioned that this daily fair value gap is going to be important because when we were dropping, we had a retracement up and then just a quick little drop right down pretty quickly into the 50% of this daily fair value gap, the white dotted line that was used as resistance to push price down and reach for, and then boom. So that's what's really important to know. 1 minute time frame. This was yesterday's, I think. I believe this was yesterday's first presented fair value gap, right? So we had a 1 minute fair value gap right there. Price reached into the fair value gap, optimal trade entry, and then yesterday's first presented fair value gap was being respected to push price down, and then so on and so forth. 5 minute time frame, or sorry, 1 minute time frame, but this 5 minute fair value gap is being referenced over here. It's kind of what we see this larger box, and then 1 minute fair value gap right there. 1 minute volume imbalance with the white lines inside of a 1 minute fair value gap. Institutional order flow entry drill, optimal trade entry, and then there's a 1 minute fair value gap in there as well, and in there as well. And then just as price continues to come down, I have these 1 minute levels just marked up into the weekly fair value gap level right there. And then I removed this weekly fair value gap level to show you guys on the 1 minute time frame this 15 minutes respect. Where are we at? 15-minute respect of the daily fair value gap. So this 15-minute wick right there, respecting this daily fair value gap is what this is on the 1 minute time frame. Came into it, market maker sell model, and then collapse. So large range day, like I mentioned, one of the largest I've seen in a while. And then we'll see what we get from there. And that's pretty much it. Cheers.